Hey y'all, final interview here with your St. Louis Mortgage Nerd, and Jared Bird, my guest interviewee, has made his way here again. So thanks for sticking around, Jared.
Yeah,
I know
of
I've eaten a
course.
ton of your time, but the one thing that I've noticed that a lot of people don't always remember are, and this is a very professional term I'm about to use, but some oh no nos to do during your mortgage process or getting ready for a mortgage. And like, what are some of the big ones that you've seen that really just create some headaches for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, one of the, what I've typically would see is, individuals that may go and open up new credit or get like a new car, so that may be something that, can affect your credit score. If you're going out and getting a loan, you don't want to go out and start up another one, so it can definitely throw some red flags out there. And then I've also kind of ran into the big deposits, so maybe you just got a lot of money for your birthday or something, and you want to put it into your bank. Well, if it's, going to be a big deposit, large deposit, it may, wave some red flags as well. It's got a season for a little bit, depending if you want to use that for your down payment for a home.
Yeah.
It's got to stay in your account for a while. We got to show where it came from. There's got to be sources for that payment.
Sure. And I mean, you say large down payment. What does that usually mean? Like, what makes it a large down payment?
I mean, if it's like a deposit that's going to be a certain percentage of what's in your bank account. So I mean, if it's if you got X amount and you're at if it's half of that amount, then they're going to go in and red flag that. Or if it's if it was just a if your bank statements didn't necessarily show a lot of withdrawals or deposits, then it may red flag it because it's like, oh, where did this one come from? So just being able to show consistency.
So you're saying, like, if I was just sitting here with my 9-to-5 job and I make $4,000 a month before taxes, I can't just put a $10,000 deposit in my bank account and hope you guys aren't going to look into it?
Yeah. Can't go under your mattress, grab that cash and just put it in your account. Nope.
Shit. And I mean, the one thing that I've noticed that really has tripped people up a lot is gift money and how to document gift money. More so just letting me know ahead of time that there's gifts, but we just have to document where the money came from. And especially when we go the FHA route, because FHA requires us to look at the bank statement of the giftee or the gifter, excuse me. So we're not just looking at the borrower's bank account to be like, okay, this came in, but a lot of people don't realize we have to look at the gifter's bank account as well.
Right.
And sometimes mom and dad are very set in their ways. They don't want anybody seeing a damn thing in their bank account, and it becomes a whole battle. So knowing that we have to talk about that up front if we're going to do an FHA loan, I think was one of the big oh no-nos is like, where's money coming from? Is this a gift? And who's gifting it? And it really is, while conventional, yes, we need to be concerned about where it came from to a degree, not nearly to the extent for FHA, because a lot of people don't want us looking at their bank accounts. The other big one that I've seen is don't quit your job before you've closed on the loan. Even if you have a new job starting up in 2 weeks, you've just killed the entire deal, because we're looking at it as you don't have a job. Now, if you have an offer letter that shows what you're going to get paid and when you start, we might be able to come up with a solution. But I swear to God, if somebody does that like 3 days before close, we're probably going to end up pushing closing back, because we have to now document that whole job. And just then everyone's upset. We're all the crying baby meme at that point, where I'm upset, real estate agent's upset, the buyer's upset, the seller's upset. Everyone is pissed. Nobody's happy in that case. So that, I think, is one of the bigger oh no-nos, is that. And honestly, talking about things that are going to talking about things that'll happen outside of closing that we don't need to know about. And that is one of those deals where anything that could be a change in your life situation could be something. And if it is coming and there's no stopping it, tell us from the get-go, because then we can come up with a solution rather than it blowing up at the end. And that really, I think, is the biggest oh no of all is not communicating when shit hits the fan. If you tell us when shit hits the fan, that's where the First Integrity team, we will do a powwow meeting. I have been in one of those powwow meetings before where we're all trying to figure out a solution because we don't want to say no. Like, you've done so many things right. This one little bit of red tape shouldn't be the reason that you don't get it. So we try and, like, one of the biggest things, one of the core values is finding a solution to yes. Working together, owning it, all these things is all leading towards the ultimate goal of finding a way to yes, to get somebody their home loan. And that is the biggest thing. And so I appreciate some of those tidbits. For you 1099 workers, if you're getting ready to buy a house, I know it sounds really nice to write off all your income and, oh, look at all the taxes I don't have to pay. That is great. It's awesome. Like, by all means, you don't have to feed Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam gets fed enough. But if you need taxable income, make sure that say you want to buy in 3 years, for the next few years, claim more of that income. That way you actually have taxable income to show, and that allows you to afford the house that you actually can without having to go the non-QM route. We have, when I say non-QM, that's like the private money lenders, that they have the rate's going to be a little bit higher, and if that's what you have to do, then that's what we have to do. But if you can save yourself some money, and you pay taxes over 2 years that are a little bit higher than normal, what you save over the length of time by going this route far outweighs what you're going to have to do just from down payment alone. So,
right. Absolutely.
Anything else? Any no-nos? Any fun memories that you have from these mortgages?
I mean, you pretty much nailed the big ones, Okay. I mean, it's, you run into some interesting things in the industry for sure, but, hopefully these give you a little bit insight on what you should and shouldn't do before getting a mortgage. So
thanks.